This is the Beyond the Box dumbbell workout. Before you get into the workout, check out the Instagram post for the warm-up. Want to make sure you're getting ready for the workout by increasing your heart rate and increasing your body temperature. You're starting to sweat a little bit before you get into it. For today's strength portion, we're going to start with dumbbell squats. We're going to be working in multiple sets of 2 reps, building to a heavy set of 2 if we have the dumbbell weights available to us. If not, then let's work on building to as heavy as we can with as good form as we can. We want to make sure, and if you need to, change the reps up. If you feel like if you have a limited weight that you can go to and 2 reps just doesn't feel heavy like enough, then do enough squats or do enough repetitions to where you feel a level of fatigue start to set in. The last 2 reps or those 2 reps should feel fairly difficult. So do enough squats to get into what would feel like a difficult 2 reps to end it off. Dumbbell squats. An air squat is with no weight, and I'm just setting the hips back and sitting down, trying to get my hips below the knees. If I get to a certain point, if I'm going low and I get to here, feels good, but then I try and go lower and I start to collapse, then we're not going to go that low. Only go so low as your form will allow you. If you have mechanical breakdown or posture breakdown when you go too low, not worth going that low. You don't have the mobility yet, but with load or with weight taking our joints to their end range, with load, we could gain some of that mobility. So let's tip the dumbbells, get them to your shoulders, and let's take that joint, the hips and the knees, to their full range with good form. If I need to make it a little more difficult, then I'm going to go slower down, pause on the bottom, and stand up. But notice my position. If I were to fall forward, the weights are just going to fall out of my hands, right? So if you round out, you lose posture, weights are just going to fall off the shoulders, and they're just going to fall off you, drop to the floor. So make sure when you're doing these reps, you're maintaining posture. Keep the shoulders back, keep the chest up. Make sure you're not collapsing. Once you're done the dumbbell squats, we're going to get into the Metcon. For time, we're going to do 50, 40, 30, and 20 and 10 rep rounds of jumping jacks and sit-ups. So you'll do 50 jumping jacks, then 50 sit-ups. Then you go to 40 jumping jacks, 40 sit-ups, 30, 30, 20, 20, and then 10, 10 to finish the workout. This workout is actually one of our benchmark workouts. That means that this is a workout that we tend to go do every now and then, and we like to compare scores from previous efforts to see have we improved, what went well this time versus last time, or I didn't improve, why? So use that as a comparison. It's a way for you to measure you against you. So let's talk about the jumping jack. So jumping jack, standing nice and tall, hands at your sides. When you jump your feet out, you're going to bring the hands overhead and then bring the hands back for a full rep. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So every time your hands come back down to your sides, that's when you're going to count your rep. Once you've done 50 jumping jacks, move quickly, but don't move so fast that your quality movement is going out the door. I want to find that threshold where it's just hard enough to where you may start to break down, but you're holding back enough to not allow that. Have a little bit of integrity in your movement pattern. Once you're done those jumping jacks, you're going to move into your sit-ups. Sit-ups, we can put a little bit of cushioning under our low back. If you have an ab mat, you can use an ab mat, or we can just work on having a good brace position. And when you're doing the sit-up, you want to flatten the low back against the floor. Having an ab mat just makes this a little bit easier to do so. Hands are going to be overhead, touching the floor. So flatten your back, lift the shoulders off the floor, and then throw the hands between the knees, lead with the arms and chest, sitting up with a straight back, and then reach forward, touch your toes, or touch as far forward as you can. If you're having difficulty getting up and you're maybe only getting to here and you can't quite you don't have enough oomph, then you can go into a bridge. As you come down out of that bridge, you're going to sit up fast and snappy. So bridge and snap forward. Bridge and snap. Remember, 50, 40, 30, 20, and 10. Once you finish those 10 sit-ups in that last round, that's your time. Take a look at what you got and make sure you write that score down to look back the next time we do this workout. Get after it and have fun.